Welcome to Newspresso. Here is the top story in the past 6 hours. The team was diving in Scummer Conservation Zone. Tim Smith Gosling spotted an odd battered object. It was wedged in a shallow gully. The divers lifted it out with a buoy. They brought it to the surface. It measured about 120 centimeters long. It weighed roughly 15 kilograms, about the size of a small shed. At first, the team thought it might be part of a navigational marker. But when they examined it more closely, they noticed a series of vertical hydrophones and a shape that reminded them of a sonobuoy, a device used by navies to listen for submarines. Dave Kennard, NARC's chairman and the dive's marshal, ran the find through a checklist he'd borrowed from a former Royal Navy contact. He then reported it to the HM Coast Guard, and the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency logged the incident on the 19th November. The Coast Guard said no one was in danger, so no rescue operation was needed. Submarine specialist examined the recovered piece. He was confident it was a RGB-1A sonobuoy. The analyst noted the buoy had lost its sleeve. It would normally be orange with a serial number. He noted buoys washed up in UK, Ireland, Lithuania. No marine growth indicates it was dropped recently. Dr. Andy Skolik said the device was a buoy. He highlighted the same vertical hydrophones. Signs of deep water implosion were also noted. The discovery comes amid a broader context: heightened Russian activity near UK waters. John Healy said Yantar operated near UK waters. Russia says the ship is a research vessel. Governments warned it may map UK undersea cables. They carry over 90% of UK data traffic. The UK's armed forces have been on alert. Reports say RAF patrol pilots were targeted. They were hit by lasers from the Yantar. The defense secretary called deeply dangerous, while the Royal Navy declined to comment on find, citing operational security. The incident highlights how citizen divers can stumble upon sensitive military equipment. Public safety officials urge anyone who comes across a suspected sonobuoy to leave it alone and call 999, as these devices can contain hazardous materials. The NARS team identified the object. They followed proper reporting procedures. Now they watch closely. UK security agencies watch for naval activity. They monitor its coastal waters. Volunteers found a high-tech device. It was Russian and located off Wales. They flagged it appropriately. They added a piece of evidence to the puzzle. Rising maritime tensions continue. Subscribe Newspresso. Never miss a major global headline.